A lot of people watching the suburbs. I know you are as well. Okay, yes. Wall Street Journal, GOP loses voters in the suburbs for the third election in a row. I think the question for you and others is, what is the plan to fix it?
You have to remember the president's not on the ballot with these races. So he's going in to these states and bringing a lot of our candidates across the finish line, does exceptionally well in rural areas. What we're seeing with the suburbs, though, is they are rejecting the socialist agenda of the Democrat Party. So when you have an Elizabeth Warren on the ballot or a Joe Biden talking about giving free health care to illegal immigrants, talking about having a government takeover of health care, that's where we're getting those voters back.
The Democrats came out and voted in big numbers on Tuesday in Pennsylvania, especially in the area of Philadelphia. How much concern do you have over that? Because that, again, is the evidence that goes back to the headline that I just...
So the counties surrounding Philadelphia that you're looking at, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Bucks County, our candidate lost by 500 votes. That's really in line with what you see in that county. That is the swing county. We won a statewide Supreme Court in Pennsylvania last night, or Tuesday night, Supreme Court race statewide. We won in the western part of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is absolutely a battleground state, and the red areas are staying red and the blue areas are staying blue.
And we actually had a very big night last night. We had some tremendous results.
President Trump today tried to put a positive spin on last night's elections, even though his effort to prop up Kentucky's unpopular Republican Governor Matt Bevin had failed. And despite this warning 2 nights ago.
And if you lose, they're going to say Trump suffered the greatest defeat in the history of the world. This was the greatest. You can't let that happen to me.
Bevin isn't conceding yet, but Democrat Andy Beshear is claiming victory.
The election is over. No one else is going to cast a vote.
Republicans did win every other statewide race in Kentucky and in Ruby Red, Mississippi. But elsewhere, the suburbs are in revolt. Republicans are especially concerned about Pennsylvania, a 2020 battleground state. Around Philadelphia, the party lost county seats they'd held since the Civil War. Former Pennsylvania Republican Congressman Ryan Costello.
Voters are not necessarily differentiating any Republican from their perception of the president.
Then there's Virginia, where Democrats won total control of state government for the first time in a quarter century. Further down the ballot, Democrat Julie Briskman prevailed. 2 years ago, she was fired from her job after flipping off the president.
That photograph of me anonymously went viral.
On Tuesday night, Briskman flipped a Loudoun County, Virginia board seat from red to blue.
The message that the entire state has sent is that the Trump agenda stops here. That's it. I mean, and we hopefully have set the tone for the nation.
Well, we won 5 out of 6 statewide. We saw that Matt Bevin had a huge uphill battle. He had high negatives. In our internal data, months and months ago, he was down 15, 16, 17 points. So we knew the president had to get in. The president's a fighter. He's going to help every single Republican. It's a tight race.
So you're making the case this was a Bevin issue and not a Donald Trump issue?
Oh, when you win 5 of 6 statewide races and the governor's the lowest performer, yes, it's an issue about the candidate, and the president did everything he could, and that's why we won 5 of 6 races.